I want to jump to some good news, and then we'll go into questions. Here's some of the good news I've been collecting. First of all, there's an article that just came out that a lot of people are sending me. The universe is a giant donut that we live inside, new research suggests. Well, this is what we've been laying out for 10 years with the Thrive movement and with Thrive 1 and Thrive 2. So I'm glad to see that it's becoming a speakable notion amongst the astronomy community. Another piece of good news is that today, July 24th, is Worldwide Rally for Freedom Day. And there are rallies all over the world. I've got a collection of pictures. I don't have them in front of me right now, but pictures of these rallies from all over the world. And it's just huge. And these do make a difference. You may not feel like you make a lot of difference standing as one of 100,000 people in a group or something like that. But I know from a lot of prior experience that this is what the authorities watch very carefully. And you get enough people showing up, they know that that can turn into real problems very fast for them. So it does make a huge difference. Also, there's a rumor that today is the day that John McAfee's Dead Man's Switch will be coming out. I really have my fingers crossed that this thing is real. He's an expert in internet security, so I think he's probably, if he was telling the truth about all the information he's got on people, I'm sure he's protected it very well. I know that part of it supposedly was on Ethereum, and Ethereum only allows for a certain amount of information in a packet. 31 terabytes is obviously huge. I think this is going to be coming out over the next few weeks, and I think this is going to be maybe the first huge domino to fall, followed by the election fraud, followed by COVID, followed by the pedophilia, and now on into the banking schemes and so forth. Okay, and one more headline, well, two more. The Michigan State Senate. I'm about to go to Michigan in a few days, so it should be very interesting. The Michigan Senate has repealed Gretchen Whitmer's emergency power laws, saying that they are unconstitutional, and she is unable to veto that. So Michigan is one of the states where the people are standing up to the authoritarian agenda and setting a role model for the rest of us. We could use more and more of that in California. And then finally, I've been reading some legal articles, and what I'm seeing so far is that according to the US Supreme Court, fraud vitiates everything. And definition of vitiates is to render null and void. So the election fraud, the forensic evidence that I presented in our last show is so extensive that I don't think any judge or jury could deny it. And because it shows the fraud, that I think will render the election null and void. Exactly what happens after that, it will be unprecedented. In most state elections, whoever was cheated, then whoever would have won gets to go back into office. That I think that's probably the just thing to do. And again, remember, I'm not Republican or Democrat, but while we've got a government, while we've got elections, I'm for honest elections. So if Trump honestly won that election, much less by the landslide that it seems he did, then he should be president for now. And we'll see, because obviously there's a lot of people who are going to have difficulty swallowing that information and allowing for truth and justice in this particular way. And finally, I noticed that a lot of the media, a lot of particularly the politicians on the left, are having to backpedal on the police funding, on the borders, on Cuba, and on the huge spending, because they're creating such disastrous results already that the Democrats know that's going to be really destructive for them in the next election if they get identified with all of these tragedies that are being created.